Hi, my name is Ed Chiwanuka Quinlan. I am a referee from Canada at the Homeless World Cup in Sacramento 2023.
So Canada's known for hockey.
Canada is known for ice hockey, but also for lacrosse. But we play soccer in the summer as well.
Got it. So if you could give me a little history on your life.
On my life, I was born in a country called Uganda in East Africa, and I lived there until I was about 17, and then I moved to Canada to pursue further education.
And so tell me a little bit about sort of what happened in your life that led to here?
To get to the Homeless World Cup, I said I was born in Uganda, and at the time when I was born, there was a lot of turmoil in the country. There was a civil war, there was a lot of violence, and I suffered trauma because of that violence in the country. And as part of that trauma, I developed deep scars, which followed me, and the demons followed me into Canada. When I got to Canada, I was successful in my education. I got a very good job. I even got married, but the demons didn't go away because of the untreated trauma. And then over the course of many years, they reared their ugly face, and I lost my family, I lost my job, and I ended up homeless. As part of that homelessness, street soccer found me at the verge of almost ending my life and saved me. I joined street soccer, I played, and I was chosen to represent Canada at the Homeless World Cup in 2012 in Mexico City. And from that experience, and after meeting quite a few very nice people, including Harry Millers, Daniel Copto, I got deeper into the Homeless World Cup, and I trained to become a referee, and now I am here at after Mexico 2018 and Cardiff 2019. I'm here as a referee at Sacramento 2020.
If we could touch on Harry a little bit, because he obviously affected everybody here. I'd love you to send a message to the Homeless World Cup and his family. If there's anything you could say, or would like to say, I should say, please do.
Harry had become a very good friend. Not just a friend, but he was family. He was my rock. He was a big support. He influenced me to become a referee, but not just refereeing on the soccer field, but he also influenced my life. I would call him at any day, any time, and talk to him about any problems I had, and he gave me sound advice. And his departing has affected a lot of people. We miss him dearly, and it has been very strong for all of us, but we do miss him. We miss his counsel, we miss his smile, we miss his training, we miss Harry physically. We know he's with us spiritually, but we miss him terribly. He meant a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people are asking about him. A lot of people are missing him. Tributes have been made towards him and his legacy. And I'm so happy to see that Anita has chosen to further Harry's legacy of handing out a whistle of hope, which I personally was privileged to get in 2012, and which influenced me to become a referee, and is influencing a lot of people to better themselves, to become better versions of who they are and who they were, on a trajectory of becoming productive members of society.
Thank you so much. So coming back to what you had said before, what is it like, given your experience in your life, the struggles that you had, being here and communicating and being around these individuals that have had identical, more or less, identical, but the struggles that no one would want anybody to have?
At the Homeless World Cup and street soccer, we have created a family. A lot of people create cocoons around others who are in trouble. We share ideas, we share stories, and we also compare relief and coping strategies. So when you come to the Homeless World Cup, you never leave the same, because you meet people that will become family, who become strong supports in your life, and you meet people who influence you, who become referees in your life to make sure that life is fair to you, and that you create for yourself a coping mechanism that furthers your life to become a better person. You can never be the same after attending the Homeless World Cup.
So that's quite an interesting caveat into where I wanted to go. So this event was unbelievable. This was the championship, the lottery ticket. Last day,
Yes.
game's end. You've been there as a referee. You go home. What is that like?
When I go home, there's a folks waiting, friends in my SRA, my local referee association, waiting to hear the stories, waiting about my experiences here. They are eager to know what I have learned, the people I have met, the friends I have made, and how the skills I've learned here are going to help me help others in Canada, help others who are struggling, even those who are not struggling, but know somebody else who is struggling, are going to be to benefit from my experiences here. I've met a lot of friends, I've met people who have become very, very dear to me. And their stories I'm going to share with the folks at home. And anybody with a similar story to the ones that I take home with me is going to be blessed to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
So where I was kind of going with that is I've been a part of this a couple of years, and the personal concern, you can see it on the last day,
Yes.
is how hard it is that reality is sinking in and they're going home. And everybody's going home to different situations. You and I both don't know what all of them are, but in a lot of cases,
A lot of us are going to need more help. And those of us who do not have the supports that we need to uphold what we have learned and what we have acquired here at the Homeless World Cup are going to feel morose. They're going to feel laid down after the high of participating, the high of being part of something bigger than they are.
it literally is a lottery ticket.
That it is. To go home to their demons, to go home to their problems. I encourage them to find somebody, to find a way of coping, to draw from the experiences they've had here, to draw from the advice that they've gotten from the people here to further their life somehow. And I am hoping that a lot of them have taken contacts that they can reach out to people across the globe who are going to give them a kind word, who are going to make them feel included and not alone in their struggles.
So is there a message you'd like to send to Street Soccer USA and to the Homeless World Cup?
First of all, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for hosting us, for making us feel at home, for making us feel like VIPs. Every one of us has a smile on their faces because of you. From the volunteers, the students, the organizers, the city, the local politician and local media, we thank you. And we hope as much as you can, please further the cause that the Homeless World Cup and the ideals of the Homeless World Cup in solving the crisis that you have in your lives, your personal lives, but also the crisis we have in the city and in the country. That people who are faced with homelessness, people who are faced with mental health challenges, and those who are faced with chemical dependency problems. Please use this platform to further and to learn and to adapt.
You're wonderful. Everybody here loves you, and I'm so pleased that we've met, and I'm thrilled that you're a part of my extended family.
Thank you. Bless you, folks.